I'ma get in there like I'm supposed to. Gotta do it like I'm supposed to. Real nigga. I swim in your ocean, girl. I don't need my swim kit. I'm under the water, girl. I can see what's in.
Battle of the Sexes, episode 3.
I think I wanna marry you. You say I do. Tell you universe baptize me in your honey. Sounds amazing.
Come on, come vibe with us.
I made this song for any man that's committed infidelity, and to any woman, they granted forgiveness. Off top, I just wanna be a better man for you, baby. Just tell me what I need to do. First of all, let me say
Y'all heard this.
sorry for betraying your trust. And if you forgive me, I'll spend a lifetime, a whole lifetime.
Have you heard Black
making it down to you.
I heard this like a past.
Cause when I broke your heart, I broke my own. I realized it was foolish to jeopardize my home. So I'll say it 2 more times. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. How could I have
Man, let's get it. Let's go. You know what it is. It's your boy Malik DFG Perry. I'm here with my host,
Brittany German.
and this is the Battle of the Sexes podcast, episode 3. All right, we got 3 of these things already. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that liked, subscribed to our page. Make sure if you guys ever want to send any questions to us, you can make sure you send an email into battleofthesexespodcast2@gmail.com. Also, look on Facebook. We got our Battle of the Sexes podcast Facebook page. And we got our YouTube page, Battle of the Sexes podcast, man. It's something fun, something exciting that we want to do, especially during this COVID-19. Give y'all a little bit of fun, understand relationships, love, and everything that constitute that. How's everything going with you so far with this COVID?
It's good. I'm not in quarantine. I'm a healthcare worker. So
you frontline?
I'm frontline. I'm a healthcare worker, and I'm out and about.
I've been working from home, man. So, working from home life. Still constantly doing a little bit of work. I'm not of the pleasure to be a frontline worker or what they call an essential worker right now.
I'm an essential worker.
So, I get the vibe and chill, man. Have a good time, spend time with the family, spend time with my son, and just vibe well, man. But, tonight's podcast, you see what we talked about, man, it's love, man. It's all about love. How do we define love? What's the difference between loving somebody or being in love with somebody? And the difference between love and lust. All right, love or lust, man. We got to know the difference and understand.
Being in love.
Or being in love.
Being in love, loving someone, or lusting after someone. Right.
So, what is your definition of love, Mrs. German? If you had to say your definition of love, what would be your definition of love?
My definition of love is, so I feel like there's a definition for being in love, loving someone and lusting after someone. And my definition for being in love is like you just feel like, not that you're going to die, because that's a little crazy, but the fact that you like can't live without that person, you want to be around them all the time, you just feel something. It's a different feeling if you've really truly been in love before. It is nothing like it. Your heart is wide open. Your mind is wide open. You start to get an open mind of see things on the other side of the fence and not just how you see them. And then...
So you say being in love is more of an action. Is that more of the action of love or is that the emotion of love?
Well, I think it's both. I think it's all the above. There are no grounds for, there's really no definition on how someone can feel about someone else when they feel like they are in love. Loving someone is conditional. Being in love with someone is what's the term? I act like I'm not educated. Sister, I lost my words. But, you know what I mean? Like, you have terms, I should say. Well, everybody should have terms because that's healthy boundaries. But you know what I'm trying to say. I really and truly feel like you are not in love with that many people in your lifetime. You may love someone. You may love several people in your lifetime, but being in love, that does not happen frequently, in my opinion.
So my thing on love, I look at the word as me loving somebody is more of, no, it's not an action. I think being in love is the action.
Okay.
To me, my definition of love, I always looked at love is a 4-letter word that people use for power. Because I look at it like the moment I tell you I love you, or the moment you tell me you love me, I take away all the power from myself and I give you that power. Right? So for me being in love, like I said, to me it's just a word. It's just the emotion. It's, I can tell you I love you. Right? And I can tell you this is why I love you. But being in love, I feel like it's more of an action. Me showing you why I'm in love with you. The way you walk, the way you talk, by my actions. I may hug you, may kiss you, may court you, may buy you things. To me, that being in love is the action.
So do you think that saying I love you...
I don't think it means anything.
You don't?
No. The reason I don't think it means anything is because, you can have a lot of people tell you I love you in my life, but do I show you that I love you?
That's true.
Is my thing.
But I think that when someone is really and truly, yes, the action is there, but also they are not afraid to just come out and act, I'm not going to say crazy, but because I believe that being in love with someone should be healthy. I have had someone that their love for me was unconditional. And it got to the point to where it was like, I was taken aback because I almost, and I'm not this type of person. I try to do good by people, but I can almost run that nigga over with a car. And he still would be like, baby, where you going?
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like he showed you in action.
Right. Well, he showed me in action and he told me several times a day. And I wasn't in love with him like that, though. And that might be the reason he acted crazy on you. Well, no. He always said, I love you more than you love me. And I always said, you are right. Because I believe in putting stuff on the line. I'm a straight shooter. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. It is what it is. I'm not going to abuse you or anything like that. But it is what it is. He knew from jump, But yes, I believe that being in love is an action, and you should tell them too. If you love someone, not just love them, but being in love, it should be more than just, yes, the action is the important part, but it should be more than just.
But I just think it also is based off you as a person and understanding your spouse or your significant other, whoever it is, what works for them. Because some individuals
part of being in love, though, when you start to notice little things that they like or pay attention to little things that.
But I don't necessarily know that, because I can pay attention to things that you do and things that you like, and I'm not in love with you. I don't have to be in love with you to notice those things. To me, I think the purpose of being in love, and even in society nowadays as a man, I think we were more so taught, especially me growing up, is use your actions, not your words. And when I say use your actions, not your words, like I said, I can tell you anything. You can go outside right now and the sky can be pitch black. And I can say that sky red, right? You know for a fact that sky is not red, but because you love me, you got to believe that sky is red. And that's what I'm saying. To me, being in love with somebody is like I said, I'm gonna hold I'm giving you all of me with no immense of getting it back. And that's what I look at being in love.
And so that's taking your power away. And
that's what I say. That's why I say love to me is just a 4-letter word that people use for power. That's how I look at the word love. The word love to me has no distinct meaning. It doesn't to me. I'm an action person. You have to show me you love me. Don't just tell me you love me, because you can tell me anything. And that's how I look at it. It's just that.
So let me ask you this: do you think so? In today's society, it seems to be evident, or where I'm from, that women show men more that they love them, show as an action. And the man, if they are not ready, or if they don't love you the same way, or whatever the case is, it doesn't matter how like it is what it is. So do you agree with that? Like, do you think that a woman can love your dirty draws? So I'm gonna put it in context. For example, a woman that you've been dating and you feeling her, but whatever. She loves your dirty drawers. She would do anything for you, like cook, clean, wash your drawers, wash your socks, roll them up, iron them, all of that. And does that make you love her more? Or that's question A. Question B is, do you move on from her, or do you give her a chance because she's doing all this for you and she loves the hell out of you?
I don't think that makes me love you more, because of the fact that if I don't love you, that's not going to force me to love you. I think today's society, a lot of men, what we do is we're scared to hurt the person with weird feelings.
Right.
So even if you tell me you love me, as a man, some men might be like, and I think majority of men, and they might say they don't, I love you back even if I don't mean it. And the purpose behind it is, I don't want to hurt your feelings. So even because I feel like eventually maybe I can grow to love you or grow to be in love with you. Like, you never know. But I know most men, it goes back to, that sense of stability. Every man likes that sense of stability. Every man loves the fact that, you know what, even if I don't love you, I can grow to love you because of the things that you do. Some men like to have somebody next to them at night. Some men like to have an arm piece. Just somebody that can be around, somebody they can lean on, somebody they can talk to. So you don't want to lose that. So me telling you that I love you might not be me genuinely loving you. But you know what? Some men that look at that mindset is, I don't want to lose that aspect of my life that you bring to me. Now, as far as moving on, I think until you find that perfect someone, or that one that's perfect for you, and once you fall in love with, everybody's replaceable. That's how I look at it.
So it's kind of like you are single until you're married.
I have always been a stern believer, and me growing up, even my grandparents, my dad, my mom always said, there's no intermediate, there's no boyfriend girlfriend stage, and there's no you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend,
no fiance,
no
fiance.
Yeah, because my thing is, none of that is before God yet. And then when I cross that line and I jump that broom,
then you're mine.
Then you're mine, and I'm solely yours, and I'm unconditionally yours. And then that the mindset, that's when, you know what, I am in love with you. But growing up, I always was told, you're single or you're married. There's no in between. So yeah, you had this little boyfriend, you had this little girlfriend that's for players, for show. That's not real love. But I also feel like you know inside when you're really in love with somebody. And like I said, it's more of an action. It's not more of a.
I think it's both. I 50% agree with you on that, because I think it's both. I think that telling someone and showing them are both equally, well, showing is probably 75%. Telling them is 25%, because I'd rather have actions over words. But
so you said showing is what?
75.
75%.
And telling is 25%. Okay. That is what, well, if we want to go all in, 100, you know what I'm saying? I want it all, but
Well, and that's my thing is because if I'm only giving you 50 to 75% of me in one aspect, and I'm only giving you 25% in the other aspect, am I truly giving you 100% of everything I got?
This is true.
Right.
And I think that people need to come into a relationship not like somebody that you're just playing with, but I'm saying like you serious. You can see yourself with this person for the rest of your life. 100. I don't believe in you complete me, or I love him, so I'm gonna be with him. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that you should bring everything to the table, and he should bring everything to the table. I don't believe in.
But I think from a man perspective, I don't think a man truly gives 100% of themselves into the relationship, because to me that most men, and I think in general, when I can speak for myself sometimes, it looks like that it's a sign of weakness. That's how I look at it. Because I'm giving you all of me. I'm putting myself all towards you. And
but
to me, it could be a demon inside of weakness.
That goes to me, and in my experience with my exes, that they were not scared to be weak and like, I'm not going to say less than a man, because you're still a man, period. But to show me that side and communicate and, you know, like just lay it all out for me, like lay it all out completely. And that's the issue that I have now, finding someone, because I had an ex that was great to me, like great. He told me he loved me. He showed me. If I was asleep and I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and was like, babe, I gotta have some chips. He'd lay there and like, you want some chips, baby? And I'll be like, yeah. And then he'll go and look in the pantry.
And don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. He don't give the. Nope.
He'd just be like, okay, put his stuff on. And if there was no chips in the pantry, guess what? Skirt.
So then, were you 100% in love with him?
That was the one that I told you that I was not 100% in love with him. And we were engaged. We were together for a while, a long time. We were engaged. And I'm not going to say that I was ever, because I don't believe that once you are 100% in love with someone that you can fall out of love. But
so you don't think you ever gonna fall in love with somebody?
No, I think that you always will have that butterfly feeling once you love someone to that extent.
So my thing with that is I don't know if I 100% agree with that, because I look at it as if even the saying, I love you, but I'm not in love with you.
Right.
So the way that I felt prior to us, this relationship before, how I felt about you, I felt the butterflies. Mm-hmm. Every time I seen you, it was like an exciting moment. Mm-hmm. So whereas now time goes past, and say I get in another relationship,
and
or
I think that's
married.
Lust. Huh? I think that is lust.
So what I'm saying is, now that I see you again, I don't have those same feelings. Right. I don't have those butterflies when I see you. Mm-hmm. I don't have those nervousness when I see you. Like, I don't know what to say, or I ultimately want to hug you, or I ultimately want to kiss you. The things that we used to do. I think you can fall out of love with somebody.
You do.
I feel like you can always love somebody, and that's why I said, to me, love is a 4-letter word that people use for power, because sometimes you can tell an individual, I love you, to stop them from doing things, not that you genuinely love them, but you have that much power and control over them.
So you think that if you tell someone that you are interested in, but you're just not ready yet, that you love them, and you think that that's going to stop them from pursuing something else?
No, I think in a female, and even from a man perspective, the moment I tell you I love you, is like, all right, he willing to do anything for me, because I don't think a lot of people in society know the difference, man or woman. I don't think they genuinely know the difference between love and being in love with somebody, or lusting someone. Mm-hmm. I think everybody confuses it. And at times, I think you say, you know what, I was in love with her, but really, were you in love with her? Mm-hmm. Were you in love with her, or were you just in love with the things she did for you, or she does for you, or the way she touches you, or the way she, whispers sweet nothings in your ear? Mm-hmm. I don't think you're fully in love with that person. You might be in love or in lust in the things that she do for you. And that's the thing about it. I think in society, and even from a man's perspective, we look at love. Majority of them, I say, look at love as more so. You ever see The Fall from Grace on Netflix? right?
Oh wait, yes,
Right.
yeah, I saw that.
When she'd be like ass, he'd be like ashtray.
Yes,
right?
I saw that.
Even that,
But that was that.
But
that
yeah,
wasn't
but
love.
no, but what I'm saying is, what the woman thought was love, he was playing games to get what he wanted, right? And that's, and I look at movies like that and those depictions as if, like, you know what, and there is a population in them and that identifies with the, I'm going to get over on this person by telling them I love you. Because I know the moment I tell you I love you, the moment you tell me you love me back, I done stripped that power. So you're going to put up with things that you probably normally wouldn't put up with.
So me, I am always cautious. I'm always cautious of, like, when I'm not like a typical female, for one. I date almost like a dude. And I know it is what it is, whatever. But I date like a dude. I'm not like, I don't go right straight into, and I've been told by guys, they're like, are you the guy or the girl? Because for one, like, I don't fall in love quickly because I have attachment issues. And y'all know now. So all the Facebook friends, y'all know now. I have attachment issues to people.
She'll pop you if you do something wrong.
Okay, but I have attachment issues to people, and so I am leery up front because I know that once I attach myself to you, I'm going to give you my 100%, and that goes for, like, just people, like, around me, not necessarily just me dating, but I go above and beyond for any relationship / friendship that I, that is around me, friends and close family and stuff like that. So when I do date, that carries on to when I do date, I'm leery because I feel like if I open myself up and I give you my deep, like, my deep self and start telling you stuff and, like, just, I'm going to get attached. And then, I don't go crazy and, like, slash tires and stuff or be at your house when, I ain't supposed to be or nothing like that. like some females do. But I do have attachment issues, and that's something that I have to work on myself because I don't know if it's the Gemini in me or if it's just the Brittany in me or whatever, but
I think that also has a lot to do. I'm big on love language. I'm big on knowing your love languages. I'm big on sharing those things with your spouse. And that's why I said maybe because my top love language is physical touch. Mine goes physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time. Those are my top 3 love languages. And that's legitly me to a T. I love to be touched, right? So your way of showing me that you love me is you have to touch me. Like, you know what? I like the hug. I like the back rubs. I like the hair rubs. I like the beard rubs. I like the rubbing on the back. Like those are things that show me that you're into me. You can tell me anything. And even though words of affirmation, and I don't even know, quality time is my second, words of affirmation is my third. But, like, even that, like, you can tell me anything, and that doesn't mean anything to me. It goes over my head. Like, it goes one ear out the other, because the thing about it is that's not my top love language, and I think that corresponds and go around with love, is whenever you're dealing with somebody, know what their keys are.
So you can accommodate
them
specifically. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's just the thing. So me loving somebody, like, I love friends. I got a lot of friends that I love, right? But I'm not in love with my friends. Like, I got a lot of friends I don't talk to every day. It don't hurt my feelings.
See, and I'm the opposite, and that sounds weird. Not like, homosexual or anything, but I like have a deep connection to my close friends, and that gets me hurt a lot of times because what I put out is not always reciprocated.
But I think that has a lot to do with understanding your friends, understanding their love language.
And this is true too.
I think that even goes with friendships. Like, understanding your friends.
That's true.
I got a best friend. I got 2 amazing best friends, and one of them, like, me and her talk probably twice a month, and it doesn't bother me that we talk twice a month, but it hurts her because her thing is talk to me, bestie. I miss you. I want to talk to you. And me, I'm so like, it is what it is. It don't matter to me. You know how I feel about you by when we're together by my actions, like, and that's
see that would burn me up too because I am the same way as her. So words of affirmation is my first one, and then quality time and physical touch is third. So mine are based like there's 5 altogether, but those are my top 3. And words of affirmation, I like when someone is like, how are you? Like invested in me mentally. Invested in me mentally, and that's what I call it. That's like, you want to go from here to here.
You got to talk to you.
Yes.
You got to tell you look beautiful today, love.
Yeah.
You look good.
And I'm gonna be like,
smell good. But is that game? But see, that's the thing that goes along the lines. I can tell you anything.
But see, but also though, you have to be genuine with it though. Like you can't just be telling me.
But how do you know?
Stuff.
But the thing
it's
is,
gonna come out one way or the other because for one, I told y'all either first or second episode, my number one God's gift, and I know we're not talking about religion, but my number one God's gift is discernment. It is very hard for someone to pull the wool over my eyes. Like, I'm serious, dead serious. I can read BS from a mile away most of the time. And I've always been good at it. I've always been good at weeding through stuff, mess. And like I said, I'm a straight shooter. And I appreciate when people are straight shooters with me. Even if you think that it's going to hurt my feelings, just let me know up front. Because I guarantee you, when I find out that that's not what happened, or, you know, whatever the case is, and on top of you lied, I'm going to be twice as hurt, or I'm going to be twice as pissed. I would rather you just tell me, look, I don't want you to come over today. Don't be like, I don't want to be bothered with you, whatever, but just be like, I don't want you to come over today. Or like, you know, I got something to do and it ain't you. I'm just
you ain't the one I'm doing today. Boo, I know I told you I love you, but today ain't your day.
Right.
Okay?
Today is
not your day for me to show you and tell you I love you.
Right.
It's her day.
I'm just playing.
I mean, I agree. But women, you guys say you want that honesty, but when you get that, listen.
And that's the thing that men always be saying.
No, I'm telling you from experience. No. Y'all say y'all want this honesty, and then I give you the honesty as a man, and then the attitude comes.
No, but see, that's where men be like, you don't act like a typical woman. Because,
okay, but from a typical, let's exclude Brittany out of this, okay?
Right, I get out.
Let's exclude you out of this, and act like the typical woman.
Mm-hmm.
Women say, I want a man that's going to be honest with me, that's going to love me, and tell me when he doesn't want to be bothered, or tell me when he wants to be left alone. And the moment we do that, the response you get is a negative response. No. So even if I don't want to be around you at this current moment in time, I don't want to deal with an argument or disagreement that's going to be the aftermath of me telling you, no, I don't want you to be here, baby. Or today, baby, I don't want to be bothered. Or today, I want to be by myself.
I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Because then when you say that, it's just like, okay. Like,
you don't love me?
No.
Because you don't love me?
No. And then I'm going to be like, okay, like, it's another day. You know, like because I'm the same way sometimes where I don't want to be bothered. Like, I'd rather have my house to myself. And, like, nobody is there sometimes. So I understand that. And I would appreciate that more than somebody telling me maybe or let me see or something like that. Because then my mind is going. And it's in my mind, in women's mind. Y'all know, we can take something from A to Z just like that.
Extremely quick.
Yes. And so just be honest because, you know, like that eliminates some. And some women, they still might think, you know, well, something else is going on. Like, a lie is a lie. You know what I'm saying? They might think you're lying behind that too. But I'll tell you this. With women, when we like consistency, and for one, don't start nothing that you can't keep up with me. For one. For two, also, if we notice that you're consistent in positive behavior, and we know that, I know sometimes he don't want to be bothered. I know sometimes, he just like to be at home by himself. And we see and know that that's consistent. I bet you will not hear anything from us at that time. Because we know that it's consistent.
Well, and
at least for me.
So I've been in a relationship like that where on numerous occasions I've said, and I dealt with someone that was like, I don't want to be bothered. And it was like, oh, so you don't want to be bothering me? You don't want to come over to me? I can't stay over here. I can't be around you. And then it's to the point like, so what? You know what? Stay here. I don't care. You want to be that close to me, be around me 24/7? Go ahead. And that, to me, that eliminates the argument. But as a man, it shouldn't be. And I understand consistency, but sometimes things happen and things occur where it's like, you know what, baby? I can't be as consistent as I was during A, B, C, or D.
Though?
Because in the way the world works, wrenches get thrown into everything throughout a daily basis.
Okay, so
look at right now. Look at COVID-19.
So
right
then
now.
you can
right.
So then you can relay and say what it is. Then
you're right, but
communication
is that still good enough for you to say, okay, baby, I won't stay here today, without having an attitude? That's the thing with men. It's not that we don't have a problem communicating and tell you how we feel. But if it's not what you want to hear as a woman, it's the backlash that comes back to us.
I can agree with that to some extent.
No, and that's the backlash we don't want to deal with as a man. I don't want to deal with, if I'm telling you I don't want to do A, B, C, and D, and it's why, what you about to do, who you with. So it's easier for me to say, you know what, even if I don't want you around during this moment in time.
I can agree with
it. It's easier for me as a man to say, you know what, I'm going to suck it up today and say, you can still be here with me and I want to spend time with you, even if I don't want to. Right? And I don't think females understand that further pushes me away from falling in love with you. Because in my mind, it's about you. It's not about me at that time. It's about your selfishness, wanting to be around me and not caring about how I feel or what I want going on or worrying about my space at this current moment in time.
But I think that women's point of view, and this is the women that I know or whatever, we feel like if you love me or, whatever, why don't you want to be around me? Like, why don't you want to do this or do that, or movies, or go out to eat, or me spend the night, or you spend the night, or whatever?
I'm not saying I don't want to be around you.
So
as a woman,
today is not your day. Tomorrow might be.
No. See, and that's
I'm just not feeling.
The aspect is I want to love you enough to know how I feel to miss you. If I'm around you 24/7 and every time I turn around you're right there, how do I know how it feels like to miss you? And that's how I look at it. You want me to be around you. You want to be around me 24/7. I want to wake up in the morning. You want to wake up with me. I go to sleep. You want to go sleep with me. Throughout the day, we're together. We don't have time to ourselves. We don't have time to our friends. So I don't know how it feels to miss you because you're always around. And that's the thing about it.
Do you think that is love, or do you think that that's just lust and I need to miss you?
From my standpoint, what do you mean? From what perspective?
Like,
as the man or the woman?
The man.
As the man perspective, I don't.
That's lust, that you don't want to, like, you want time to miss them because you're not in love with them.
I feel like I only truly been in love one time in my life. I only truly been in love, experienced true love one time in my life. Everything else, I feel like it was lust. I feel like I was lusting. I was loving or lusting the ideal of the person. I was lusting what they did for me, what the person I was in love with didn't do. So I was geared towards that. I was geared towards the things that the individual I was in love with didn't do. Years later, I found in this person. And even though they don't have all the qualities of the woman I was in love with, the things that I really thought I needed or what I wanted, this person has.
So that's kind of like the 80-20 rule.
It is kind of like the 80-20 rule.
So yeah, I have not been there before where I sought something in someone else that someone else was lacking. But I can say that I try to ride things out until either A, I know that person is like stable, which is not just, not financially or
mentally, emotionally.
Yeah, like just period, like, because that's, I guess, my kind of heart. Like, I don't just leave men, just, like, I really, like, think about it, for both of us. And sometimes I just need to be like, you know what I'm saying?
So,
and then also, like, like I said, I ride things out until, like, there's no wheels left. Like, you riding on metal. And then on my point of view, I have never been left. I always did the leaving. And so that might be why I feel the way that I feel, because I've never been left. My son's father, he had a child on me. Was I heartbroken? Yes. Did I get over it real quick? Because I always had, like, confidence up to here. Like, I guess I'm still young. I get somebody else or whatever. My second, which was real excellent, he was great to me. We grew apart because he was way older than me. And I felt like I'm the trophy. Like, you are older. Like, I'm a young, vibrant lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just, like, we grew apart. And so I left him too. And then, I've dated in between there, and I left all of them alone. I've never been left. I've never been left in the cold. Nobody's ever said goodbye to me. So
see, I was always the one, and I think even a lot of men can contest to this as well, is I was that one that was scared to fall in love, so I self-sabotaged. And self-sabotaging is in the way that I feel like you were getting a little bit too close, or I feel like I was opening up a little bit too more. Mm-hmm. I was the one that throw a wrench in it. I would do something negative. I'll start an argument. I would do something that will allow me an outlet to say, I did this because you did that. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's because I didn't want to be the one to leave you. I wanted you to leave me.
So do you think that's kind of unfair, though?
Yeah, no, it is. And I'm speaking in the past tense. Mm-hmm. Like, I do believe that was unfair, but I mean, at the time, it's like, that's what I knew, because as a man, it's like, so coming from athletics, an athlete, okay, basketball player in perspective, all right, and a lot of athletes who watch this can contest this or whatever as well, is you get thrown every type of woman you can imagine thrown at you, mm-hmm. for every reason, but I want to be with you because of you. Mm-hmm. I want to be with you because of your status, because you got money, because of what you can do for me. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to truly identify somebody that's truly for you, mm-hmm. when throughout your life you had individuals thrown at you because of what you can do for them. Mm-hmm. So when you do finally get somebody that come in your life, it's like, are they genuinely for me? Are they genuinely loving me for me? Mm-hmm. Or are they loving me for what I can do for them? Mm-hmm. And it's hard to decipher between the both, because all your life you begin this thrown at you because of your status.
But okay, so when you find someone that has the same equal status, maybe not in athletics, but just in life in general, you guys are both on the same playing field, do you still feel that way? Or does it just take the tension off just a little bit? Because
I just feel like I always was the one that felt like, you know what, I can't fully trust you. Mm-hmm. Like, in the sense of, like, I'm saying as the individual I'm with, is because I always feel like in the back of my mind, it's an outlet, you're doing something. And people are going to say, women are going to say, because you're doing something. Mm-hmm. No, that has nothing to do with it. Because there's been a lot of times. You mean doing something as in, like, in cheating? General, or like cheating,
okay.
Finding an exit plan, a way out, mm-hmm. Things of that nature. And it has nothing to do with what I'm doing or anything of that nature. Mm-hmm. It's just that, and the mindset I have is like, I've been hurt before. Like, mm-hmm. And I think a lot of men struggle with loving another person or loving a woman or letting a woman in because they've been hurt and have not yet understand how to handle that hurt.
So don't you think that you should heal before you move on? I mean, not move on, but
mm-hmm.
heal before you find another. I should say that.
But I don't think in society it works like that, because I can be working on healing myself, but my body still wants that touch, that feel from an individual opposite sex.
And then you can control it, correct?
No, you can control it,
right? But
it's hard to control interaction from the opposing sex. It's hard when you're like me. I'm a social person. I like being out. I like to be engaged. I like to talk. So it's hard for me to sit there and say, I'm not going to talk to her. I'm not going to talk to her. I'm going to try as hard as I can not to talk to her. But at the end of the day, I mean, if that's what I want to do, I'm not going to stop myself from doing that as well. But
so you have no self-control.
I have self-control. I have amazing self-control. You know, but it's just a simple fact. Now, I mean, people still like that interaction from the opposite sex.
They do.
So I can, now we don't necessarily have to be in a physical or emotional relationship and things of that nature, but just having you around, having that atmosphere around, being able to vibe with another person of the opposite sex or vibe with somebody even on some friend level is crucial, I think, in social interaction. If you look at society nowadays where we're taking, with this pandemic, we're taking away the social interactions aspect of it, right? So now you got couples who are truly understanding, do I really love this person that I'm with? Am I really in love with this person that I'm with? Or am I just lusting the person I'm with? Because you look at it now, the time frame they used to spend together has quadrupled.
Right.
So instead of me, in looking at husband and wife or a live-in boyfriend and girlfriend, I went from me working 8 hours a day, you working 8 hours a day. Either I leave first in the morning, you leave first in the morning, we come back in the afternoon. We have a lot to talk about. You know what? We can vibe, talk about our days. I miss you. Yada, yada, yada. Now I'm confined with you the entire day. Right? And now what I'm seeing is the things I looked over in regards to non-negotiables or what I didn't like is hiding because I'm with you now 24 hours out of the day instead of that 8-hour lapse that we missed each other.
Right. And so that was also a little issue in my relationship as well. Because when I got home, we saw each other for a brief minute, and then he was gone in the opposite direction. I worked at the VA in Indy. He worked at GM in Fort Wayne. So, you know, we go in opposite ways from Muncie. Well, he got injured. Now you're at home with me. All day, every day. And I was like, do you think that when I get home at 5:30, like you can be gone for a little bit, like at least for an hour, like just let me decompress? And he agreed, like he understood where I was coming from. He was like very, very understanding, like let's talk about it, all of this. And I'm not gonna say we didn't argue, we discussed things. And so that's what he did. When I got home at 5:30, 6 o'clock, he was not at home. He will find him something to do. Whatever that was, he would find him something to do. And then he'd come home all happy to see me. I was happy to see him. Like those are things that you should communicate. And it should not be looked upon negatively, in my opinion, on either party. Because you do need, you know, some time to yourself as a human. Then you need some time, you know, with your spouse, significant other as humans, with kids, family, like all of that is crucial, in my opinion. And that's how relationships work. If I am sitting at home looking at you all day, every day, ain't neither one of us working, I'm going to be like, look, man, like...
We got to do something.
Yeah, look.
You better go get a hobby.
Right. You need to find you something to do outside of the house. I don't want to see... Or in like a man cave. He had a man cave, and then we turned the whole closet into... my like beauty closet room or whatever, you know, I'm just saying, like a walk-in beauty room. Like, we don't have to be sitting under each other all day. And then sometimes we had a den too. He would be in the den, I'd be in the living room watching separate TV. Like, and then, you know, go back in the room and be like all hugged up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you need that. I don't need you laying under me. I don't want to lay under you all day, every day. And that's where a lot of men, like I have a lot of male tendencies. And a lot of men that I've dated, and just ones that I was super cool with, like friends of the family, they be like, you kind of like a dude. Like, you sure? If I didn't see you and you look like a woman, you got some dude tendencies. And yeah, I do. I do have some. And that's why I tell men, I'm different. Trust me when I say, just straight shoot to me, because I'm a straight shoot to you. And I don't want you to get offended. I'm not going to get offended. Like, I have... unfortunately, or whatever you want to say, male tendencies. I do. And you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I sure did. I said, you need to find you something to do. When I get home, you need to be gone.
You need to be out of here.
You need to be gone.
So to rewind back to the love thing, I have a quick question. Is it, how can I word this in a way? Have you ever told someone you were in love with them first? Or do you feel like as a man, the man has to initiate that one and then you respond?
Have I? To be honest, I don't know if I have or not. I don't know that I have told someone that. I don't think so, but I don't know. Like, I can't sit here and say, no, I have not definitely, or yes, I have. But I know that there are men that have been in love with me that have never said it, like in my past.
So how would you know that?
Either.
How do you know they were in love with you? Actions, right? But are they in love with you, or are they just lusting over you?
I would say it was love. I would say that both of my exes are still, well, they both say it, like have said it, that they both are still in love with me, and that I'm one of a kind, which I feel like I am too. But I mean, I have been told that, like, seriously, like, not to toot my own horn or nothing like that, but both of them are still in love with me. And I don't want to be with either one, to be honest. If I wanted to go back right now to both, to either or, I could, and I can get married just like that. But back to your question, because I got off on a tangent. I don't know. I don't know if I said I love you first or not. I don't know.
No, not I love you. I'm in love with you.
I'm in love.
So that's what I said. It's two different things.
That's true.
It's two different things.
I don't know. I know definite that one, I did not. He said it first. And every day. But I don't know. How about you?
One time I've said it first. Mm-hmm. One time. Everything else, I mean, like I said, I a lot of times before in any previous relationships, I have told somebody that I love them on the simple fact is because they said it first. I responded because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. Now, can I eventually grow to love them? Possibly. Yes. I mean, yes, it's a possibility that I can, but it was more so, okay, I'm not going to hurt this person's feelings. So, because, I mean, that looks stupid. That make you feel stupid. If I tell you as a man, Malik, I love you, and I'm like,
you leave somebody hanging.
Yeah, well, I like you a lot too. Yeah. I mean, it's like, that's caused us unnecessary drama. But and that's why I come to saying, people don't, it's hard as a man to not be 100%, to be 100% honest because of the backlash that's going to come back from the woman.
Now, see, that's why to this day, I don't pursue men, for one. For two, a 35-year-old woman, I will not tell a man that I love them first.
Even if you feel that way, you wouldn't.
I don't like rejection. I don't I'm serious. I have attachment issues, and I don't like rejection. And I'm aware of both of those. And so
it's going to take a strong man to deal with her. You better tell you love her first. You better be okay with being around the 24/7.
No, we already distinguished that. No, you better find you something to do.
Better find you a hobby. But no, seriously, all our fans out there, let us know, man. What's your definition of love, being in love and lusting over somebody?
So being in love, what is your definition of being in love? What is your definition of loving someone that you're not in love with? And then what is your definition of lusting after someone that you are not yet in love with or have yet to reach the deep in love stage? Because those are all three.
All three different things, man. We really want to know, man. So take your time to give us your information, give us your feedback. Let us know how you feeling. Let us know how you vibing, man. That's the only way we can make this podcast fun and exciting and keep going as you guys interact with us like we interact with you guys.
There's no good or bad interaction. We accept it all. And we accept, just tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us how you feel. If you disagree with me, you disagree with her. We don't get butthurt, like I said, as a conversation, especially during these times that we're dealing with COVID-19. We got a lot of time on our hand, especially being with our spouses and our significant other. Yeah.
I'm an essential employee.
She's an essential employee. But there's you spend a lot more time with the individuals that you love or are in love with, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, moms, dads, aunties, uncles, kids. So you got a lot of time to just sit here and process and think, is this something I genuinely want to be in? Am I genuinely in love with this person? Do I just love this person or am I lusting after this person? So give us your feedback. Let us know what you think, man, on episode 3. Once again, it's your boy Malik DFG Perry. Malik DFG Perry on Facebook, at Malik Perry 1 on Instagram.
And just wait. I am Brittany German. I am Brittany German on Facebook. I am Brittany German on Instagram. And I am Be Creative on Instagram as well. That's my fashion blog.
And just remember, man, follow us on Facebook, man. Our Facebook page is Battle of the Sexes. All right. And don't forget our Gmail is Battle of the Sexes Podcast 2 at gmail.com. And hit us up also on our YouTube page, Battle of the Sexes Podcast, man. We make sure, we want to hear your guys, ideas, what you think about the podcast, what you think about everything concerned. Topic ideas, yes.
Too.
Make sure we get some topic ideas. With this COVID-19, we really want to have our face-to-face guests. We don't really want to Zoom guests. So just make sure you give us these nice little topic ideas, man. The guests that we have coming on, married couples from a different realm.
Can't wait.
Interracial.
We love both of them.
We love both of them, man. So just make sure y'all stay tuned. Understand what's going on. It's Battle of the Sexes Podcast, episode 3, and we out of here.